Today, our grammar topic is more nouns. This is our fourth unit. What are nouns? A word that names a person, place, animal, object, quality, feeling, concept is called a noun. So here you can see some examples for noun. Children, we already learned about different kinds of nouns in our previous classes. In today's class, we are going to learn about countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns. Nouns that we can count or call countable nouns. They have singular and plural form. For example, singular, an apple. Plural, 3 apples. So we can use a or an with singular countable nouns. We use singular verbs or plural verbs with countable nouns. See, for example, there is a chicken leg. There is a chicken leg. There are 3 oranges. So, before a chicken leg, we use is, that is a singular verb. And before 3 oranges, we use are, that is a plural verb. Here are some examples for countable nouns. A box, boxes. A bottle, bottles. A man, men. A fork, forks. So, these nouns can be counted, and so we call it as countable nouns. See, some examples are given in a sentence form. Jenny has 4 dogs. I ate 3 ice creams. She got 2 brothers and a sister. There are few cats. Ramu has 2 pens. So here you can see the number is used before nouns. 4 dogs, 2 brothers and a sister. So we are using a before a singular countable noun. Numbers before a plural countable nouns. 3 ice creams, 2 pens. We also use quantifiers such as few. There are few cats. Next one is uncountable nouns. Nouns that we cannot count are called uncountable nouns. They have one form. We don't use a, an or 1, 2, 3 before them. We cannot say a meat or we cannot say 2 waters. So we only use singular verbs with uncountable nouns. There is a lot of soup. There is some water. We cannot say there are 2 waters. These are the examples for uncountable nouns. Water, sugar, butter, jam, money, oil, milk, tea. So we cannot count these nouns, and so they are called as uncountable nouns. And also we cannot use a or an with uncountable nouns. See, uncountable nouns can be grouped as follows. So it will be easy for you if you remember these uncountable nouns. Powders are grains such as rice, salt, flour, sand, cheese, cake are uncountable nouns. And liquids and gases, soup, tea, coffee, water, smoke, fog, these are also uncountable nouns. And materials such as wood, steel, gold, paper, wool, cotton are also uncountable nouns. Nouns and quantifiers. What is a quantifier? A quantifier is a word or phrase which is used before a noun to indicate the amount or quantity. Once again, I'll repeat. A quantifier is a word or phrase which is used before a noun to indicate the amount or quantity. So, we can use a few, some, several, many, one, two, or dozen before countable nouns. And we can use a little, some, a lot of, much before uncountable nouns. So these are the quantifiers. How much or how many? So how to use how much or how many? When we talk about countable nouns, we say how many. Once again, I'll repeat. When we talk about countable nouns, we say how many. When we talk about uncountable nouns, we cannot say how many, we say how much. So when we talk about uncountable nouns, we say how much. Let's see an example. How much or how many cars are there? So, which one will you circle? Yes, how many? Because cars are countable nouns. Much or how many sugar is there? There are 3 spoons of sugar. So, what should we use here? Since sugar is an uncountable noun, we should use how much. So, how much or how many pitchers are there? Since pitchers are countable nouns, we should use how many. How many pitchers are there? So, which answers? There are 6 pitchers. How much or how many milk is there? Can we ask how many milk is there? We cannot ask that. So, we should use how much because milk is an uncountable noun. There are 2 boxes of milk. In case of countable nouns, we use a or an or numbers before them. But with uncountable nouns, we can use measurements words. For example, a bowl of soup, a box of cereal, a can of soda, a carton of milk, a cup of tea, a jar of honey, a glass of water, a loaf of bread, a piece of advice, a slice of bread. We can use these measurement words with uncountable nouns. Some nouns can be both countable and uncountable, but their use is different. Let's see some examples. Iron is a noun. Material. In the first sentence, iron is hard. So here it is used as an uncountable noun. That here it is mentioned as material. The iron is hot. So here it is used as a countable noun. So here it is mentioned as an electrical appliance. Next one, glass. Bottles are made of glass. So here glass is mentioned as a material. So it is an uncountable noun. I drank a glass of milk. That is 1 glass of milk. So here it is used as a countable noun. Likewise, time. How much time do you need to eat lunch? So it is a length of an activity. So it is uncountable. And here, how many times do you go to Mexico in 1 year? So it is number of instances. So here it is countable noun. Likewise, for paper, I need some paper to draw on. So here it is used as an uncountable noun because here it is mentioned as a material. And here I wrote a paper for our literature class. I wrote a paper. So it is a number which is a countable noun. Light. I opened the door to let in some light. So here it is mentioned as a light energy. So it is uncountable. Please turn off the lights. Here it is mentioned as lamps or light bulbs, which is countable. Now let us identify whether the underlined noun is countable or uncountable. The children were tired after a long day at school. Children. It is a countable noun. So we can able to count children. It is a plural word. We can able to count. So it is a countable noun. I like to use organic butter in the cakes I bake. So butter is an uncountable noun. So we cannot able to count. So it is a uncountable noun. There is some milk in the fridge. So what is the answer? Yes, it is uncountable noun. We cannot count milk. So we have mentioned it as some milk. There is some milk in the fridge and it is uncountable noun. My sister loves to bake cookies. Cookies are countable. So it is countable noun. We have so many bottles of water in the fridge. So we can able to count bottles. So that is also countable noun. So children, countable noun. Butter, uncountable. Milk, uncountable. Cookies, countable. And bottles, countable. So this is your homework, children. Put the nouns in the correct column. You have to sort it out as countables and uncountable nouns. And you should also do page number 27, 28 and 29 in your grammar book. Thank you, children.